Hello everyone, my name is Dmitry Savin. I have been working in Apriorit for 8 years, and I have been developing Linux applications and Linux kernel modules, also called Linux drivers, for more than 7 years. I participated various projects and created many types of Linux drivers. The development of Linux drivers attracts me because I can be involved in the most innovative technologies, and not only in the field of software, but also in the field of electronic devices. Linux operating system is free, lightweight, and highly customizable. Therefore, it becomes the operating system for a variety of electronic and IoT devices. I believe that these devices are the future of technologies, and I like to contribute to their development, to be one of those who make these devices faster, more powerful, more usable. And the most interesting for me is developing drivers for video streaming devices, because while working with them, I am able to visually observe results of my work. Drivers in Linux are kernel modules that are integrated into the kernel and allow different subsystems to interact. This can be either software subsystems or kernel or hardware subsystems. Most modern devices, which are a bit smarter than an iron, use operating system. They include a variety of household appliances such as air conditioners, refrigerators or smart sensors, or electronic devices such as smartphones, electronic books, augmented reality devices. Most of these devices use Linux operating system, and each of these devices needs its own drivers for correct interaction with various of hardware. Linux is also widely used as a server operating system. In this case, Linux drivers can be useful while creation of Linux security systems or firewalls. A feature of kernel modules development in Linux is open source code of Linux kernel. Developers can view, investigate, and research it. It is the best possible kind of documentation, which helps a lot in development. Also, developers can not only create Linux kernel modules which will be integrated into the kernel, but also can directly modify the kernel itself. This allows having many optimizations, but it also requires high qualification. The development of Linux kernel modules as well as kernel itself is mainly done in C programming language. So to start working as Linux kernel developer, you must have knowledge of this programming language, knowledge of the Linux operating system, and basic knowledge of the Linux kernel. It will be enough to create simple drivers according to the open source samples and continue improvement of your qualifications. Of course, I am unable to describe all details in this one video, but I hope that Linux kernel development becomes more clearer and nearer for you after it.